Thank you very much. Thank you. And hello.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I better stop it. Oh, folks. Hallelujah. Rock and roll. Hey, everybody. It's Matt. How you doing? Woo! Folks, I enjoy heavy rock and roll. I know this isn't the heaviest of the heaviest of the heaviest, but heavy metal, heavy rock and roll. Let's face it, it started in the 60s, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple. They were like the founders, the godfathers of heavy metal, heavy rock and roll, right back in the 60s. But for me, Matthew Street, it really came into play in the 70s and 80s. That's when I really found my footing with heavy rock and roll. Early AC/DC, Van Halen. Oh my goodness, when that first album came out in 78, I was hooked. Kiss, Aerosmith. Then bands like Foreigner were heavy but had their melodic side. You know, like Boston and Styx, bands like that. And then a little later, coming into the early 80s, it was like the Def Leppards and Motley Crue a little bit of Motley Crue I love. Judas Priest, some Judas Priest, Faster Pussycat, some of those hair metal, glam metal bands. Enough's Enough, one of my favorites, kind of power pop, mash metal, heavy rock and roll, glam metal. The first band that really, though, put it in the mainstream was, I think, Quiet Riot. They had the first #1 heavy metal album in 1983 with Metal Health. So that was it. They were these melodic glam metal, hair metal, heavy metal bands were so big. 70s coming into the 80s spawned new bands, new artists. But then the 90s hit, and we know what happened then. Okay, it was done. A genre of music was wiped out by grunge rock. Grunge rock wiped it all out. Now, except for a few, people that hung on through the 90s, like Def Leppard, obviously Van Halen went into the 90s, AC/DC went into the big giants were able to survive the tsunami of grunge rock. But so many were swept and lost in the waves of that tsunami of grunge rock and roll. Let's be honest. It wiped it out. And not that grunge in the 90s was better than melodic glam hair metal, heavy metal, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't. It was not better music. What happened was the corporate bigwigs of music decided that one genre was passé, gone, see you later, wiping out all the bands, canceling their record contracts, dropping them from labels, and decided, the new big thing is now going to be grunge. The corporate people did it, folks. It wasn't that the music was better. Because let's be honest, grunge rock is not better than heavy metal rock. It's just not. Or glam metal. It isn't. I'm sorry. It's doom metal, this industrial, depressing crap, grunge, depressing, down, dirty. It's not better, okay? But this video, there is one band, and I played a snippet of their music here in the beginning. One band who formed in the 80s, but they didn't come into their own. They didn't record and release albums until the 90s, right in the midst of grunge rock. The Nirvanas and the Stone Temple Pilots and the Pearl Jams and the this and the that and the Nine Inch Nails and all that industrial crap, as far as I'm concerned, which is all gone by the wayside by now. I mean, it's not really in the mainstream anymore, and no one really cares about it. But one band survived through the 90s during the grunge wipeout. They not only survived, but they thrived. And that band is FireHouse. Now, some of you might be saying, oh yeah, FireHouse. I remember them, Matt, from the 90s. And some of you might be saying, FireHouse? Who's that, Matt? Who are you talking about? Well, FireHouse released their first album in 1990 and albums throughout the 90s. They were signed with Epic Records, okay? They won the 1992 American Music Awards Favorite New Heavy Hard Rock Artist Award, all right? Way popular to this day in Japan and in Asia, where they have had numerous top hits, number ones, gold and platinum albums, okay? Very popular over there. And they're the only band during the 1990s grunge era to have gold and platinum albums here in the United States, several top 40 hits, and numerous Hot 100 hits right here in the USA during the 1990s, right in the middle of the grunge grunge era. They survived, and they did it, folks. They stood up to grunge, and they won, because grunge is long gone and long the big popular thing now that the 90s are long gone. And FireHouse is still out there doing it long after that genre of grunge, which I can't stand, is gone. Bill Leverty, Mike Foster, Nate Peck, and Alan McKenzie are still out there doing it. New recordings, like Mighty Fine Lady, that one of their recent singles, and their brand new single, Midnight Gasoline, has been released. You can get it online and streaming, and it is great. They are touring all over. They are selling out shows. They are doing headline shows. They're opening for bigger bands in shows. And you got to give them credit, folks, because they were out there standing tall, getting top 40 smash hits right in the middle of the 90s when grunge was king. And they did it and are doing it. And may we say, rest in peace to original lead singer CJ Snare, who passed away a couple of years ago. But Nate Peck, that star from American Idol, stepped in, knew CJ Snare, was friendly with CJ Snare. CJ Snare gave his unadulterated blessing to Bill Leverty and the rest of the band and said, Nate is the guy. Nate is the one. Nate needs to be in this band and keep it alive. And he has. So, folks, rest in peace to CJ. Hats off to Bill, Mike, Nate, and Alan for keeping the flame going for this great, great band, FireHouse. Pure, great rock and roll. I love them. I am hoping to see them soon. Please, guys, come up to New England again, please. I'll be there with bells on. I'll review the show. We'll promote it, whatever you want. But I just want to say, hallelujah to rock and roll. Hail, hail, rock and roll, heavy rock and roll. And I just needed to give props to this band because I love them. I love all their albums. And when I really looked into the history of what was going on with the 80s, with hair metal, heavy metal, and, you know, the bands coming up, and what happened to those bands in the early 90s with the onset of grunge, because the corporate pukes decided that grunge was the thing, all right? Didn't last that long, but they decided it. And what happened to all those poor bands who were so talented, wrote such great songs, performed such great live concerts? They were swept aside in the waves and lost. Many lost till the ends of time. But thankfully, there were some bands that survived it, and there was only one band who made the top 40, who had gold and platinum albums, who stood up to grunge and survived and won, and that's FireHouse. So FireHouse, Matt Street salutes you. Salutes you. Thank you. Thank you to you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Give me a hype. I appreciate it. And, you know, let's rock and roll. Or will we not? Will we?